What a weekend we got coming up in college football. NFL is always banging. We got it all right here on YouTube Football Takeover Show. Let's go. Yes, sir. Welcome in, everybody, to another edition, episode 28, I believe, of the Football Takeover YouTube show. And if you're going 28, yeah, I've missed 27. Well, okay, where you been? We have a lot of fun on this show. Basically, well, me talking. And at some point, we'll get you involved. I'll learn how to do that. I've kind of learned things as you go. As a 51-year-old living in a YouTube, TikTok world, I'm trying to figure out the right way. But hopefully I can give you at least some good knowledge and some good information, have fun along the way, maybe get a laugh at some of the stupid things I end up doing. But either way, appreciate you being here. We got a lot to do. We're going to go and put the film on Burrow for two guys. They're going to battle one another up in Eugene, Oregon. That's Oregon quarterback Bo Nix. That's also USC quarterback Caleb Williams. And if you haven't seen it, I put a ton of work into this. Put the film on Bro, the quarterbacks week 10. I took 5 quarterbacks, took about 3 or 4 plays each, put it together in one banging video. So make sure you check that out at my YouTube page. Like, share, subscribe, comment, and check it out. And I bounce back and forth. It's Michael Penix, it's Caleb Williams, it's Bo Nix, Jalen Milroe, who was absolutely awesome, and Jaden Daniels. So those are the 5 that I focused on. I could have focused on Jackson Dart or a few others. But on today's show, we're going to focus on Bo Nix and Caleb Williams. Also got my pick 3, which if you've been following the last 2 weeks, I went 3-0 2 weeks ago, 3-0 last week. I'll do the math for you. That's 6-0 the last 2 weeks. So you're definitely going to want to stay tuned for my pick 3. I give you player props, I give you game predictions, all that in the pick 3. So circle that at the end of the show. But we got to start our show off with the cover 3. 3 of the hotter stories, or I'll put it this way, 3 of the stories that John, I just went third person, wants to talk about. So we're going to start at number 3. Now this happened on Sunday, but I really haven't had a chance to react to it. USC defensive coordinator, former defensive coordinator Alex Grinch. USC fired Alex Grinch. He came with Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma, and it was not good. And when I really dove deep into the USC film on the defensive side, which I was watching Michael Penix, and I would look at some of the things USC was doing, I understood why. USC could no longer go with Alex Grinch. I don't know how much of that is scheme. I don't know how much of that is not getting his players motivated. I don't know whether he's just got undisciplined players. But I know he's got talented guys. And you can get talented guys to play. There's no question about that. So the charge is with Brian Odom and Sean Nua. They're going to be co-coordinators for the rest of the year. And it couldn't get more difficult than have to face Bo Nix, who put up 63 against Cal and made it look easy. And wait till you see I put the film on, Bro. He was unbelievable. Bo Nix has been incredible. His game from the time he's at Auburn to Oregon, light years different. Bo Nix is going to put those two, Brian Odom and Sean Nua, under the microscope. But here's one of the things, and I heard this said, and this happens a lot when a defensive coordinator is fired. You hear the next guy come in, we're going to simplify. We're going to let our guys play faster. And, it's funny because in interim situation, you hear that a lot. But why don't you do that normally? Why don't teams do that normally? Play a really good quarters. I know a lot of people got all over Lovie Smith because he was kind of archaic and whatever he did here with the Houston Texans this past year. Now, we didn't have a lot of talent, but Lovie kept it simple, and he let guys that weren't totally and completely talented, he just let them play because they knew the system. Now, there were some things he needed to add and change, and maybe that was one of the reasons why it wasn't a great defense. But I do think you have to keep it somewhat simple, and you have to have players that are playing with joy, and it didn't look like USC's defensive players were playing with any of that. And they're talented now. They're talented, but they got to go to Eugene, so that's going to be tough for Brian Odom and Sean Nua, the new co-defensive coordinators at USC. All right, we'll stay with college football this next one. The Michigan sign-stealing scandal is, what's the right way of saying this? It sucks right now because now you've got Michigan saying, well, yeah, we might have done that, but they did it too. So you got like this third grade argument going on. You have Michigan government, legislative Michiganders pleading to the Big Ten, don't suspend our team until they've done a thorough investigation. Man, this thing sucks. It really sucks. And Connor Stallions, what an absolute just, I don't even know the right word. I'm struggling for a word, because if that's what he ended up doing, if that's him on the Central Michigan sideline filming with those like glasses, then I hope that guy never spends another day in college football. But here's the thing. In college football, there will always be a Connor Stallion somewhere. There will always be a butthead somewhere doing something stupid, doing something nefarious. Sometimes it's a head coach. Sometimes it's a coordinator. Sometimes it's a play. There's always, in college football, there's always a butthead. Always. And I love the sport. I love it. But it's dirty. It's crooked. And people cheat all the time. And it's sometimes just nails on a chalkboard. And that bothers me to no end. So I don't know where this thing is going to go, but now it looks like the law and government are involved, and that's when it sucks. The Big Ten should be able to hammer Michigan because the evidence they have of him sending. But here's the deal. You can steal signals at the game, watching a team on the other side, studying them on the other side. You can't go and film. And you know that Connor Stallions did that. So by the sportsmanship law of the Big Ten, it's right there in black and white. Right there in black and white. Now, what did Purdue, Rutgers, and Ohio State have to do with it? Who knows? And maybe they're just as guilty. Maybe this is the Astros science stealing scandal again. The Astros are getting popped because they were really better than everybody else, but everybody else was doing it too. So, who knows? But this thing, it just sucks now that the government of Michigan is involved. So, government, stay out. Everybody stay out. Let Michigan take the slap on the wrist they're going to get, and let's just play football. I guess that's about the best thing you're going to say. All right, number 3. Or I guess you should say number 1. We go in opposite order. Number 1, Thursday Night Football. It's going to be a bang-up game today between two teams that had a trade back in the offseason, the Panthers and the Bears. The Panthers are 1-7. The Bears are 2-7. When Thursday Night Football could have had Joe Burrow versus C.J. Stroud. Could have. But they instead wanted to have two teams that made a trade. Now, granted, I don't think anybody realized how good the Texans would be, how we would be this year, and nobody understood how good C.J. Stroud was going to be. Y'all knew how good Joe Burrow was going to be. You could have rolled the dice there, but you rolled the dice with Panthers-Bears, so good luck, Bezos. You get that one. You get Bears-Panthers. You could have had Bengals-Texans. Either way, it's good because now we get to wait till Sunday because we got guys banged up. I don't even know how we'd be able to field a team Thursday night. But hopefully by Sunday, we'll be ready to go. But tonight is Panthers-Bears, so stick around for my pick 3. A little later in the show, a couple of them relate to that game. So let's move on and put the film on, bro, for two quarterbacks that are going to meet up, two quarterbacks that should hear their names in the first round. Caleb Williams, I know there's been a lot of conjecture about Caleb in the pocket and struggling lately and crying with his parents and likes puppies and all that kind of stuff. Caleb Williams is going to remain my number 1 guy. He does things on a football field that none of these other quarterbacks can do. Sorry, they just can't. Now, does he have to color between the lines a little bit better? Yes, he does. And that's what I focused on right here on Caleb Williams. Put the film on, bro. USC quarterback Caleb Williams. Now, with Caleb, sometimes the pocket stuff is kind of all over the place. But I like to see him stay in the pocket. But one of the things that he does here, I don't know if he'll get away with this in the NFL, but he takes a snap from shotgun, and you'll see play action fake, and now he's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, which is essentially a 7-step drop. He's going to get pressure right away, but because he's so deep from where the center started, he can actually move up in the pocket. Look how he manages up in the pocket. I'd like to see him do this more. But USC is using 7 guys here to try and protect him, and they don't do a great job. Trice is blowing through the left tackle. Austin Jones really isn't helping anybody. He's just trying to stay out of the way at this point. Like, oh, I got to get out of the way. So he's got some time to throw. Now, if Ulofoshio had been just screaming, he would hit him right in the ribs. But he's kind of spying on him a little bit, and now he comes too late. So in being there too late, Williams has got time to step up, slide up, and then deliver this ball in the deep over to Taj Washington and watch him not even break stride. Washington starts here. He's going to get across, and he doesn't even break stride. This is great. Move up in the pocket, manage the pocket, stay in the pocket, and then deliver without taking a big hit to your guy in stride. Great stuff there from Caleb in the third quarter in that game against Washington. Now, on the other side of Caleb Williams is Bo Nix, and his game has gotten tighter and better and tighter and better. It's becoming an NFL game right in front of our eyes, but he can do some magical stuff too. Take a look at this play against Cal. Still first quarter against Cal, and I'm struggling for what to really say in this play. It's the 3rd and 3 play, and they're going to motion to quads, basically. You got a kind of a tight bunch here. So Nix is going to drop with 3rd and 3, but he kind of wants this. He wants the single receiver Ferguson as tight end. But he gets stuck on that, and there's really nothing there. So he's going to cock his arm. Ferguson, I mean, that's straps from the DB. I mean, the DB's just strapped on him. So there's nothing there. So Nix, 3rd and 3, got to keep it alive, right? He's got this window to get out. But as he does, this defensive tackle jumps out. Watch this. Watch this. Ball fake. Duck underneath. And that gives enough time for his receiver number 5 to get across and Nix to just flick it dart style for a first down. I mean, you're an NFL scout. I mean, how do you put this in a report? What do you say? I mean, this is downright magical. This is stupid good. Ball fake, duck, run for the first down. Nope, I'm going to flip it on the money, first down. I mean, that's just, come on, man. This is ridiculous. Bo Nix, you are bodacious and ridiculous. First down, Ducks. What a play. All right, it's going to be a bang-up matchup, at least offensively. Don't know if USC's defense can hang in there, but it's going to be a good challenge for Caleb Williams against that Oregon defense. They got some dudes. Brandon Dorless up front, Jordan Birch on the outside. Evan Williams in the secondary transferred over from Fresno State. So they got some dudes on that Oregon defense that are going to make life tough on Caleb Williams. So we'll see how he responds now with USC with 3 losses, 1 to Notre Dame, 2 in the Pac-12 to Utah, and then Washington last week. So, boy, it's a tough one for Lincoln Riley. But as they'll tell you, it's not his fault. Well, at least according to him. All right, let's move on. Did I say that out loud? Okay, maybe I did. Let's get to my pick 3. And as I told you earlier, my pick 3 the last 2 weeks. 3-0, 3-0. That makes 6-0 the last 2 weeks, people. So listen up. Let's go. First, we're starting with Thursday Night Football. I'll give you a winner and a spread winner. Virginia's going to Louisville. I think Louisville is maybe the best, most underrated team in the country. Jawar Jordan's been banged up a little bit. Jamari Thrash has been banged up a little bit. But they play Virginia tonight in Louisville on Thursday Night Football. And I just can't see Virginia being in this game long enough. I know Virginia's played better lately, but Louisville is the real deal. Now, can Virginia play well enough to get inside the number? I said no. If you check out my predictions over at footballtakeover.com, so go sign up, subscribe. You get all those predictions, every single one. I'll give you a nugget every now and again on the show on YouTube, but I'm not going to give you all that you're going to get on footballtakeover.com. So go check it out. It's got my draft coverage, and boy, I've been working on my draft stuff alongside my Texans stuff, alongside on my YouTube shows, alongside on my score predictions. And there's going to be some bang-up stuff coming very, very soon. You're going to want to sign up. It's going to be a great gift for Christmas. I mean, put it in a stocking. Give it to a youngster. Give it to a friend. $2.99 a month. It's not much. Or $29.99 for the year. I mean, that's nothing. That's nothing. You basically get my draft guide for free. You pay for my draft guide. You get everything else for free. That's the way you can look at it. So go check it out, footballtakeover.com. And there I picked Louisville to win and to cover. It's a big nut. It's 20.5. That's a big number to cover. But I think Louisville is playing at a level where it can definitely do that. So we're going Louisville to win, Louisville to cover at home and get that done. Even though their skill players are a little bit banged up, I still think they get that done against Virginia. But I'll say this, Tony Elliott's done a much better job with that Virginia team. I was down on him last year. I was down on him at the beginning of the year. But he's really got them playing a little bit better. Beat North Carolina, had a chance to beat Miami. But I don't know about this one against Louisville. I think Louisville's playing some good ball. I think Louisville's defense is the key. Slowing Virginia down. Louisville will put enough up. I think they're going to end up winning this thing. I don't know what my score prediction was, but it's like 34-10, 38-10, something like that. So Louisville to win and to cover. All right, let's get to Thursday Night Football. And again, a winner and a cover. The winner, Bears. Chicago Bears playing at home. When they played the Commanders on Thursday night a few weeks ago now, it was Justin Fields playing. They hammered the Commanders in Washington. This one is in Chicago. No Fields. Tyson Bagent going to start again. I think it's the fourth or fifth straight start that he's had. So I'm going to go with the Bears to win. Over under 38.5. That's pretty low. But I'm going to go with the Panthers to cover. It's a 3.5 point cover. Now that hook helps me. And that's really kind of what set me. I think it's like a 3-point game. So I'm going to go Bears to win this close. 17-14. Which gives the Panthers a cover, but the Bears a win. So that's how I'm going on Thursday Night Football. And Panthers quarterback Bryce Young. His passing yards. Now, if I'm going with the result of the game, I think the Panthers will be down at some point. So Bryce is going to have to throw. If Bryce can get the ball off, which is a big if lately, 215 passing yards his number. I think he's going to go over that. Now, last week we got there on the final drive of the game. We got there with everything. Bucks were down. I had them covering a number. The number was like 8 or something like that. I had them covering. I had Baker Mayfield like 227 passing yards and one other. Oh, Josh Allen had already gotten the 2 passing touchdowns. So those are like 3 that I had. And on the last drive before the Hail Mary, Baker got over the 227. He scored and made the 2, so they covered. But then the Bills knocked down the Hail Mary. I guess you could say that. So the Bills won. So those were the 3 I ended up getting. So this week, Bryce Young, passing yards over 215. It might take you to the last drive of the game, but we're going to go with that against the Bears defense. Bears win. Panthers cover, keep it close. And Bryce Young keeps it close by throwing for over 215 yards. See, those kind of all fit together. But if the Bears blow them out, Bryce isn't getting to over 215 yards, so we'll miss everything. So this is all or nothing, basically, kind of how I see the game. So there you go. All right, we're going to have plenty more the rest of the weekend. Working on my college football preview show for tomorrow, so hopefully you'll check that out. Please check out my Put the Film On Bro, The Quarterbacks. Pick 5 quarterbacks from week 10 and broke it all down. It's about 30 minutes, and it's just one quarterback to the next. Here's one great play. I didn't look at any of the warts on any of these guys. I just followed, how great they were this weekend. So make sure you check that out at my YouTube page at JH Football Takeover. Appreciate you guys more than you know. Go check out footballtakeover.com as we get to the holiday season. Again, stocking stuffer, $2.99 a month, $29.99 for the year. Very fair, at least I think it is, for the content you get out of this brain. And there's a lot of it. And when the draft hits, it's going to be the best value you're going to find anywhere. I can promise you that. Promise you. Oh, I get stuff free. Not like this. Not like this. So go check it out, footballtakeover.com. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys very, very soon. And as always, thanks for watching.